Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am very excited because I have joined forces with the Michele Wong. Some of you may be familiar with her. If you're not, she is a luxury beauty YouTuber. She's amazing at what she does. Her channel is spectacular. We have known each other for a few years now. We've actually done a few videos together. But it's been a hot minute since we've done a collaboration, since we've joined forces, and we decided to talk about Chanel. Why not? So this is our top 10 Chanel products. Like, this is really, imagine that I am still working at the Chanel counter and you're walking up and you want to be introduced to the brand. These are like my take on top 10 items I would recommend to you if you're introducing yourself to the brand. And I'm really excited to see what Michele does because we have very different taste, different aesthetic, and so I think we're going to have very different products that we're going to recommend. So anyway, before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As you may know, I have my online beauty consulting service. This is a one-on-one Zoom chat with me. So let's say you need advice purchasing makeup or beauty products, but you don't want that sales pressure that you find in a store. That is why my service exists. I can help you shop online. I can shop virtually with you and recommend items that work for you. So to make an appointment, click the link in the description box down below. Okay, so if you don't know who Michele is, I would recommend you go check out her channel. Please make sure to go watch her video, leave the video a like, leave a comment, tell her that I sent you. And if any of you are new here from Michele's video or Michele's channel, hi, welcome. Welcome to my little beauty world. So I used to work for the brand, for Chanel, several years ago. Time has flown by very quickly. And so that's my expertise, or that's my knowledge of the brand. Like, I used to work for them. I know a lot about their skincare, their makeup, their perfumes. Like, I worked for the brand. I don't work for the brand anymore. I haven't worked for them for a very long time, but I still have close relationships with many people that I used to work with and used to work for. So I'm going to approach this probably differently than Michele, which makes sense because we're different people. So just imagine you are at the mall and you decide to go to the Chanel boutique, the Chanel counter. This is what I would recommend to you. Sit down, have a seat, pull up a chair, grab your coffee. This is what I would recommend to you if you want to be introduced to the brand. Let's start off with skincare. Let's start off with my current nighttime cream. This is the Le Lift Crème de Nuit. So the Lift line is for plumping, smoothing, and lifting. This is like, if you think of Chanel skincare as having 3 tiers, this is the medium tier. This is not going to give you complete anti-aging, but if you're concerned about fine lines, wrinkles, if you want to replump and smooth out the skin, the Lift line is for you. So as stated, this is my current evening night cream, and as you can tell, it is extremely low. I am going to be testing out something new in the future. This nighttime cream has a botanical alfalfa concentrate, which is Chanel's answer to retinol. Within the Chanel skincare company, you will not see a retinol. They have something else instead, which is their alfalfa concentrate. So this will help give you similar results as far as regeneration, plumping, firming. When you apply this cream, it is a little bit thicker. It's a nighttime cream, and you really do see this like intense plumping. You kind of feel like a raisin, like a dried out raisin that's been given a burst of water, soaked in water, and just helps refill and replump and smooth and firm and feel so incredibly soft. But the cream itself is not too heavy or oily. So even if you have maybe more combination mixed oily skin, maybe just use a little bit less. But for my mature skin queens, dry skin queens, dehydrated skin queens, this is definitely for you. It's so nice. You really do see this plumping action the next day. It's really the next morning when you see the results, when you wake up, everything still looks nourished, like deeply nourished. deeply hydrated, plumped and refilled and smoothed out. You know, I have dry, dehydrated skin, so sometimes when I wake up when I'm testing out something else, I will see like little dry patches. Not with this night cream here. It's really a wonderful evening cream. I would say that the biggest benefit I've noticed using this night cream is when I wake up in the morning, my skin looks less stressed, it looks refreshed, it looks renewed and ready for the next day, which is exactly what you want. You don't want to wake up in the morning feeling like all of the skincare you applied didn't work for you. This really just kind of supercharges your day. Next up is a face oil. Now this is the Jasmine face oil. This is worth its weight in gold. So I like to use a drop or two of a face oil, especially in the evening after I've done every single skincare step, after cleansing, serums, everything. This is the last step. And what I do is I take a couple of drops and I just press it into the skin. If you have any areas where you have a dry patch, any irritation, any flakiness, whatever, you can sort of target that and press it a bit more. Make sure to take it on your neck and your chest as well. You want everything to match. And this will help seal in all of the wonderful skincare. So as you're sleeping there beautifully in your bed, everything can just penetrate deeper, regenerate, hydrate, plump, etc. It does have a distinctive floral scent. It's the jasmine, but it's not a perfume, it's not a fragrance. It is this aromatic, natural smelling jasmine scent. And it feels very restorative, very reparative. It's a really lovely oil. If you want to, you could also use it on your cuticles as well. I personally save it for the face, neck, and chest because it's so good. I don't want to, put it on my cuticles, but you can if you want to. Some people like to take their night cream and place them on the palm of their hand and then tip over a drop or two and mix it in. It's really just a question of preference. I think I prefer the layering method, but if you would rather just mix in a few drops into your cream and then massage it at the same time, that's fine as well. If you are someone who has very dry skin, very mature skin, all of your foundation looks cakey and settles in, take a drop of this oil and mix it into your foundation, whatever foundation it is. Just mix one drop in. It will add this lubrication, this moisture to your foundation, and it will help it slide and glide onto your skin, and it's going to nourish your skin so it won't look as dry. So test that out if you have very dry skin. Okay, next up is an item that looks very basic but is gold, also gold. This is the La Mousse. This is a cleanser. It's a mousse cleanser. This product here will last you probably a year. I would say a year. Whenever I've had these, they take several months to a year to actually use up because you really need a pea-size amount, maybe the size of a kernel of corn. And this mousse lathers up so beautifully. It cleanses the skin so nicely when you're doing your gentle motions to cleanse your skin, your neck, your chest, everything, but it doesn't strip the skin. You never feel like squeaky clean, like that tight, squeaky feeling. That does not happen, but it just cleanses the skin so well. And this is an item from Chanel that I just feel like it's almost like a bargain for the brand. I mean, a bargain for Chanel, just because how long it takes to actually use up. You really need very little. Like the size of like this, like you really need very, very little for it to lather and cleanse and clean and just get everything off of, I mean, you should use a makeup remover first, but you know what I mean? Like it just gets everything off, sunscreen. It's a great cleanser, and I think it's often overlooked because, I don't know actually, I don't know why people overlook this one, but I just think it's a really great item to have. It does start off as this really rich, thick cream, and it's only once you add water that it turns into a mousse. So it does have this transformative aspect to it. And I think the fact that it starts off as a cream is what helps it not feel stripping and drying and that uncomfortable, tight sensation. So next up is something else. This is the Hydra Beauty Camellia Repair Mask. Now, this is a mask that is multi-purpose. In the traditional sense, You can apply a very thick layer onto the skin and then rinse it off after 10 minutes. Personally, I never like to rinse off my masks. I like to go to sleep in them. This is a comfort hydration mask. It's really a word here, comfort. It's ultra rich, it's hydrating and moisturizing, but comfort is the one word that comes to mind when I think of this mask. It has hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and also camellia wax. And it actually does have this waxy texture, but not in a bad way, not in like a cloying, thick way. It just feels like this wonderful barrier when you apply it onto your skin and to your neck, wherever you apply it. It really feels like you have this like shield of moisture, like this intense moisture and comfort onto your skin. So if you, honestly, this is for everyone. This is the Hydra Beauty line. So Hydra Beauty is really, like we talked about the 3 tiers before, Hydra Beauty is tier 1. This is just basic hydration, but it's for everyone. Everyone can use water. Everyone can use hydration. This is for everyone. So any skin type can use this. It also has blue ginger in it, which is an antioxidant. So if you have even normal skin, if you just are dealing with a bit of dry, chapped skin, if you have dry skin, mature skin, this is definitely for you. You can apply a thin layer when you go to bed at night, and you do see this instant plumping hydration. It feels so soothing. Right now is not the season for it, but if it's winter, if you have chapped skin, dry skin, if you have irritated skin, it is so soothing. It's soothing, it's comforting. It's like this beautiful blanket of intense moisture and hydration. And you can in fact wear this mask during the day. I would say wear a little bit less, just shear it out, just do a thinner layer. And this way you can still get this reparative, plumping skin shield barrier during the day. And you can wear it with makeup without it rolling. So just wear a little bit less if you want to wear it during the day. Now let's move on to makeup, which I'm sure a lot of you are here for. So the first step, I guess, in makeup would actually be some of the tools we use to apply your makeup. So the first one here is the retractable dual-ended eyeshadow brush number 200. So this is retractable, so you get 2 brushes in one. Again, this is a bargain for Chanel. If you buy this, you end up getting 2 makeup brushes for the price of 1. How fabulous is that? Now on one side, we get this big, fluffy blending brush. So this is perfect if you want to put anything in the crease, if you want to add any shadow here. And then on the other side, we get the more traditional shader brush. So if you want to sweep some shadow onto the lid, you get the best of both worlds. This I think is fabulous. I have traveled the world with this. I have used it for several years. I wash it regularly. The bristles don't fall off. It's just a great product and it's so easy to use. You can use this side for this and then like this. It's very user-friendly. Like you're not going to mess around trying to find all of your brushes. You have 2 in 1 here. So it's very, very easy to use, very versatile. Now the next one here from Chanel is also a retractable dual-ended brush, but this is more for definition. This is the retractable dual-ended eye contouring brush number 201. So this one here is different in that it's more tapered. Both sides are tapered here. So you get one that's a bit wider and fluffier here. So this one you could also use if you wanted to add more intensity. Like if you have an eyeshadow that's more sparkly, you could go ahead and just apply this. It'll apply it a bit more intensely. Or you can go into the crease here to add lots of definition, maybe a darker shadow, just very concentrated. And then the other side is this beautiful pencil brush. So you can go under the bottom lashes here. Again, you can go into the crease if you want to add a very specific concentrated eyeshadow. Honestly, if you get both of these brushes here, you probably don't need any other eyeshadow brushes. Need and want are two different things. I have a lot of other eyeshadow brushes, but realistically, you could do your makeup every day with just both of these eyeshadow brushes. They're just very versatile. Again, you don't have to keep looking and digging around for the next brush because you have both sides at once. You can keep them close by. I also love that they have these lids here. They're retractable. So if you have to travel, if you have to move around, you can just pack them up very easily. I would just recommend you get both of these because you're going to get so much use out of them. Listen, even if you don't want to use a Chanel eyeshadow palette, you can use something else. It doesn't matter. You're going to be able to use these with any eyeshadow you have, and it's just going to simplify your makeup routine. So I definitely would recommend you get both of these. All right, let's move on to my eyeshadow today. So I'm going to recommend to you my tried and true, one of my all-time favorite palettes, probably my favorite from Chanel. This is Candeur et Expérience. This is number 268 of their eyeshadow quads. This is a matte palette. There is no shimmer, there is no sparkle. It is all soft, velvety matte shadows. Now, you may be looking at this and say, ugh, there's a red shadow that is scary. I get that. However, I am not wearing any red eyeshadow. Just because a palette has 4 colors does not mean that you should wear all 4 at once. Absolutely not. I find this palette so easy to use because they're all matte. They have these beautiful like neutral brown tones. It's going to give you a look that you're wearing makeup, but you're not really wearing makeup. Like it's very subtle, it's very natural. If you're someone who has other eyeshadows at home, this works very nicely. This plays very nicely with other palettes because a lot of palettes may have more shimmer to them. This is just matte, so you can incorporate it into what you already own. I love it. I definitely go into, oops, ouch. I hit my funny bone, not very funny. I definitely go into these 2 colors the most because they're the lightest. Like this one here is my favorite. It's like my skin tone, but a bit richer and deeper. So it just adds definition. And I go into these 2 the most, and then I go into this one a little bit for definition. The red every now and then, but not every day. It's just great. And even though I dip into this a lot, I still haven't hit pan officially. Like there's still some time left before I hit pan on this, which is impressive. So it's just a great palette. Next up is my lipstick. This is Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue. This is a dual-ended liquid lipstick. So the part with color is the liquid lipstick component, and then this side here is the clear lip gloss. So I went ahead and mixed 2 colors together. I used Intense Caramel and Intense Rosewood just to create this sort of nudie My Lip But Better lip shade. If I had to pick one, I would go with Intense Caramel. It's one of my all-time favorite lip colors. This lipstick formula is gonna last you all day. Eating, drinking, like it doesn't matter what you're doing. This is going to last you several hours. And like you need to use a oil-based makeup remover to take it off, either a biphase like eye makeup remover that you shake up, or like a cleansing balm. This is how you remove this lipstick. It's going to last you all day. So if you're a busy person, if you don't have time to reapply your lipstick, I would recommend getting any one of these shades here. These are my personal favorites, but they have a lot of other colors. It's just going to last you all day. And what's nice is that you have the clear gloss. So if you need to just add some moisture, you can. You can go into your regular chapstick if you want, but if you just want a lipstick that's gonna last you your entire workday, get this one here. Okay, so the last 2 items here will be foundations, and they are sisters of each other. The first one here is the Chanel Les Beiges Water Fresh Tint. This came out 3 or 4 years ago. This is probably one of like my top 3 favorite complexion products out there, period. It is such a unique item. I don't think I've ever seen it be reproduced by any brand. This, as you can see, it suspends these pigments in this water, and it really feels and looks like a glass of water for your skin. It is incredibly hydrating, moisturizing, glowy, and luminous. It offers a very, very sheer amount of coverage. It gives you this soft, blurring veil of coverage. It's very minimal. If you want more coverage, you could use this as a primer. I do this all the time. I just do like one sheer application, and then I go into a more classic traditional foundation. This way I get that hydration, that boost of water, of glow, but I can add more coverage if I want to. Today I am wearing this on my face. This is all I'm wearing. I am wearing a powder and blush, etc. But as far as like complexion and coverage goes, this is what I'm wearing on my skin. This is made up of 75% water, and you feel it. When you apply it, it feels like this gel, this jelly that gives you this instant cooling sensation. And I use the shade medium. I have bought countless of these, which is a lot because I have quite an extensive collection, but for me to actually use up a whole product means I really, really enjoy it and I love it. I see myself purchasing this for the rest of time. The next and I guess last item here is also a complexion item, and this is the new addition to what I just mentioned. This is the Les Beiges. This is the Water Fresh Complexion Touch. This one here is made up of 60% water, and this has this infusion of concentrated micro droplets. So this one will actually offer you medium coverage. I love to use this as a concealer. This is a complexion item. You can use it for your entire face, which I do, but I use the shade 30 for my concealer because the brush that it comes with is this very narrow tapered brush like this. So I go ahead and I break the product on the back of my hand and then I apply it here. Because the micro droplets are more concentrated in pigment, you get more coverage. So you can actually use this as a concealer. I love this as a concealer because it's 60% water. So if you have dry under eye, crepey under eye, if you struggle with your crow's feet, always looking dry and cakey, if your concealer always collects there, try this. This is so much water, but the pigments here are more concentrated, so you get more coverage, and you can just give yourself the most beautiful, boosted, hydrated under eye. You can also spot conceal because they have a lot of other shades. I'm using 30 as my under eye and 40 is my entire complexion. So you can really mix and match. You can try these out. Try it for your whole face if you want to, or just the concealer. Personally, I think as a concealer, it's a wonderful product. Well, I think that is the end of my roundup. I hope you enjoyed our little discussion today. I hope you were not too overwhelmed. Thank you again to Michele. I can't wait to go see her video because I think she's going to have a lot more makeup recommended than me, which is surprising. But once I sat down and started thinking, I got really into the skincare. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, thanks for stopping by. I hope you take the time to subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. What do you think of this format? And let me know what are some of your top favorite Chanel products. Maybe some of the ones that got you into the brand. Like what drew you into the brand? I'm really curious to know. And on that note, I think that is all I have for you guys for today. So I thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.